like Teresa said, I'm Chris, my wife Amanda. I'm the team owner and the driver of that purple truck out there of VD Racing. So we've been with Nexen Tire, as we talked about, for 4 years now. The really cool thing about our story with the race truck, with everything else with Nexen, is that class, the truck that I race, started the same year that we started with Nexen Tire. So it's a spec truck, it's a spec class, so it really comes down to a tire battle type class, which is really cool. It's a driver tire battle and a little bit of suspension setup. Everything else is all the same on it. And we've had amazing luck. Actually, it's the same year that the ATX came out, so it was kind of the trifecta in a sense. So the same year the ATX came out, we were able to toss those on the truck and do a lot of testing and really figure out how that compared to other tires in industry and things like that. So we've had great success with it. Where are we at this time? 2 years in a row, we've gotten second place in championship. Tons of podiums, tons of wins, and just very fortunate to have this partnership with Nexen. So before I start rambling stuff on about this, has anybody ever heard of short course off-road at all? All right, so if either of you could, I would love for somebody else to describe what short course off-road is to other people here.
It's like a Hot Wheels track. It's off-road, short course with Lucas Oil. Yep. Yeah, and it's got tons of jumps, and it's in a very restrained, small environment. You're going around in circles, really big loop system, and it's pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, so it's a very, very cool sport. It's very intense. You have about anywhere from 10 to 30 vehicles on track together. You're jumping, you go about 100 miles an hour, we jump about 175 feet, 12 to 15 feet in the air at times. So it's a really good testament to the product at that point. We put these Nexen tires through some insane conditions. So we have never had a flat because of the tire failure, which has been awesome. Kind of goes on the whole recall thing. So I've been very fortunate that we have the time to test these tires and really work with them. I know I'm talking about the ATX, we're all not here for that, but yes, we have run plenty of other tires. Our daily drivers, they all have some type of Nexen tire on them as well. And yeah, even on the race cars, we have the AH5 on one of yours, we have the ATX on a different one. So yeah, so no, it's been an amazing partnership. I'm very glad to be out here having the truck out on display. We just got back from California. We literally drove here, yeah, literally straight here from California in 2 days. So if I'm a little weird or wired, I might be running on straight caffeine at this point. So at this point, I would love to answer some questions if you guys have any questions about what we do or any of that.
What track in California?
Glen Helen. Yeah. So they brought Glen Helen back from about a 5-year hiatus, which has been great.
Why do you guys use ATX instead of MTX?
I love that question because so many people ask it. So everybody thinks short course or I shouldn't say short course. Everybody thinks off-road. You want a big mud tire, right? With the tracks that we run, there's a lot of sand and even clay composite that's in the track. So what happens is the ATX, it provides more tread on the ground than the MTX does. And we can set up the tires, we can do a little bit of grooving and a little bit of adjustments on the tires to get a little forward bite. But in the end of it all, it's a lot better to have more tire on the ground, the side bite that the ATX provides. The MTX, I'll put it this way. So at the end of the race, a lot of times the track will turn into what we call blue groove. So it's kind of like where the tires start rubbing into the dirt to a point where it's almost cement at that point. So if we had a mud tire on, it wouldn't have the forward bite and the full tire contact to drive you forward. Instead, you'd be relying on the edge that would end up rolling over on the tire. I could get into a ton of technical, geeky tire stuff if you all want, but we're not gonna, I won't do that right now. So the ATX really comes down to, it's just a better all-around, I mean, it's in the name really, it's all-terrain, right? An all-around tire for what we need from the start of the race until the end of the race. Anybody else?
This is a weird question. When do you get back on throttle when you're landing from a jump? Like, do you start while you're still in the air, or?
Yeah, so it's an interesting thing actually. When we leave off the jump, we try to rev match while we're in the air. So sometimes you even it's kind of short course off road is kind of like motocross with a truck in a sense. So you see a lot of people in motocross if you watch it. They're revving in the air, sometimes to adjust the bike, sometimes to adjust the speed of tire rotation that you're leaving at. So when we're in the air, we try to kind of keep that RPM up, that speed up, so it doesn't put a shock load on the drivetrain. So it's kind of throughout. Yeah. Anyone else?
Are you the only Nexen tire sponsored truck in the series that you race against?
Yeah, the truck, yes, absolutely.
And so when you're doing well, do the other competitors come up to you and kick your tires, literally and figuratively, and ask what the secret is? It's not, they don't come up and ask, they try to sneak around a little bit and see what's going on. So, no, I mean, frankly, a lot of the competitors have their own little stuff, we have our stuff, and yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, we're not doing anything secret with the tires. It's literally the same tire you take off the track off the shelf, and we put it on the truck. The only thing we'll do for a little bit of advantage is maybe sight the tire to get a little bit more tire on the ground, or we'll groove to get a little more forward bite. That's really it. Does everyone have to use an off-the-shelf tire, or are there actual racing?
So that's the cool thing about our series and the class. It's a DOT tire spec. Like, if it's not a legal DOT tire, you can't run it at all in the series. Yeah, that's true. In our class, we have one tire size that we can run. So it's really neat.
What air pressure?
So we have a minimum air pressure of 20 psi. So we're always at about 20 and a half.
Nexen is your tire sponsor. Who's your wheel sponsor?
Currently, we have no wheel sponsor.
What do you run right now?
I have a mix of Method and Ultra wheels.
Are they beadlock or no beadlock?
Yep, they're all beadlock. They're 16-inch. They're beadlock. There's a different offset front and rear.
Is there any other some regulate the limitation or guideline for the regrouping?
There's nothing on grouping or anything like that. So we can throw any design thought. You can go at it as much as you want. Yeah, it sounds like you got some ideas.
We're just going to start writing questions from this point.
Absolutely.
All right, so you all-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive?
Rear-wheel drive.
What size engine are you running?
It's a 4.3 liter V6. It's about 300 horsepower. It's a V6, yeah.
Turbocharged?
Nope.
Normally aspirated?
Normally aspirated. It's 300 horsepower. With me in the truck, it's 3,000 pounds roughly.
And torque?
300 foot-pounds of torque. It's a GM spec engine. It's the LV1.
And you build the chassis, or is it?
Yep. The chassis is all tube chassis, so there's nothing factory like Toyota or Chevy or anything like that. It's a spec chassis that we all have to build to and run. Suspension points, pickup points, that's all spec. So in the end of it all, we all essentially have the same truck.
So always go through tech inspection before and after a race?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's NASCAR on the dirt.
Yep, it essentially, yeah. Yeah, so just a few little things before I end up. Whoever wants the mic next, but no, very excited for the future of Nexen. We have some really cool things that we'll be doing. We'll be out at SEMA with them. We'll have one of the trucks on display, and then we look forward to working in the future here with Nexen and do some more events and
We have a 2-seat version of the race truck that's out there because all of our trucks are a single seat. A 2-seat version that we can do some really cool promo stuff, throw some people in, do some ride-alongs and things like that. So other people that otherwise wouldn't have the ability to can experience what it's like to get into off-road and what all the hype is about, I guess, essentially. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. And,